Damn, man, you guys just missed it. Earlier, Arma was trying to hook the lever here, trying to escape, being incarcerated. Look at her, she's faithful as can be. Ooh, guess she'll swipe at you. Psst, psst, psst. Come here, Arma. Come on, girl. You can do it. Come here, girl. I got you that chicken noodle soup. Remember? And I get you some ham. Psst, 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 psst. Come here, girl. Psst, 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 psst. Come on, Arma. You can do it. That's a good girl. Oh my God, you're such. Oh, you little biatch. You freaking bit me, Charlie. Welcome to another episode of At Your Disclosure. It's your host, Alex Trumantor. And back to behind bars. Freaking A, man. We had just gotten approved to an LGI home. So the wife and I, at the time, still married, just separated. The last 6 years, have been the coldest winters. But the point, apart from all that, is relocating and being approved of LGI homes. So the Buckeye area, around 74 Avenue and Buckeye, nearing the warehouse, that's the Phoenix location. But yeah, there's several Phoenix locations. There's one airport. There's a fulfillment. So it's not quite a flex. What is it? DPX, New Rickle DPX, or Flex Prime. But yeah, freaking. I would see him before taking off. I'd be like, hey, that's strange. He just went out there to look through the bars, So just picture that, and then just like someone would look through the bars, like you guys gonna leave me hanging, and what's there to say? What's there to do? Yeah. I've never had a answer to anyone ever. I mean, maybe back in Las Vegas and Nellis Air Force Base, but it's simple. Like anywhere else, that's it. You want to get paid, do a job and do it well. Half-ass ain't worked out. Ain't that right, Arlo? And yeah, we conclude this edition of Fabulous, titled Drinko the Mayo. So I hear someone back there in the back. I hear me say Drinko the Mayo, Drinko the Mayonnaise. So I start thinking, Noster. Well, really, this Gwendolyn there just full of doubts. And freaking, yeah, man, I still can't find my sister. Sister Natty, part of the Natty Pack. So, we gotta go over that bridge and go on to Washington Park. But I passed by there yesterday, I sensed her. Going to Brandon's house, one of her friends. Got a bunch of she went Dave's Missing. That's one of the spots. It's near Grandma's house. It's just like a few streets north to the left. He's working on his truck. I was startled him, or not necessarily, just somebody says how you say it. I was in a bad mood. My sister had taken on my phone, whether it was an accident or not. Just think of the importance of a phone, just like the importance of a wallet. So, as we speak, we're having some videos uploaded to YouTube because I feel that it was important. That's why I started having some confusion. But so the fact that there's too many imposters just because of having a riot autism on a sheet of paper along combat medic and escape. And due to touching at the road, I had those two Hispanic male adults show up in a Colline van, bro, to everyone walking out, but there was no signs. The only indication is being paid attention to from the passenger to make it to determine if we're gonna end up getting robbed or thinking if maybe that would cost them to react a certain way if my back's turned. I should have just checked in. I could have just scanned in, then a seat tag, gone inside for 5 minutes, heat, cold break. You don't have to worry about cold breaks here. But, just stepping inside for a little bit to see maybe I needed that. It's during the winters, the first quarter. or I'm trying to remember exactly, but everyone walking out to determine whether if it's illegal to shoot at a fleeing vehicle. And you gotta remember it's always two times, two times, two times. It's like going to shooter's world. As soon as you hear the whistle, just freaking be blown out of the water. We had this guy had transferred from New York. He was in NYPD and he's bad. Freaking we all with this freaking assembler hands and shit, fucking thinking this is a freaking 357. We got Dirty Harry here at 7th Avenue and Southern. And I had picked that bank. I told Rodetsky, Bank Camp Southeast, if I go back to 7th Avenue and Southern, so that the stand officer there likes it there. So I went back to Lincoln. I didn't have a problem with Lincoln, except for one time that they wouldn't let me out. So I had Arma freaking climb this pillar of, and it's funny because if you were to hear American history, there's monuments and just bridges that throughout American history that you find out there's human remains as a filler. So there's this girl I used to like, and I didn't, and it's funny because I didn't think of it. We're just having lunch, dinner, and I ended up confessing to her, but it's something that I don't think you should probably do if it's a minor, but you just being honest in case you don't see him again, just like Jeff from Pinta. To freaking just like people out there, considering the fact that over the bridge lies Shelbyville, where someone's attractive cousin is watching over his cousin from Springfield, thinking of a word full of inhabitants of Springfield now. Oh, so they're Shelvillians. So that means they got money. The Lucilians. Man, that's an exaggeration, but maybe in pennies they would have converted. But you would have to think about that for you mathematicians and standing posts at Lincoln Scottsdale Road. A bunch of the time satisfied with their product. The Coast Protection Officer Division provides you assigned bank protection officer, which is part of the Coast Officer Division. And if you notice the TSO look, it's identical to Quantico training cadet uniform in Quantico, Virginia. So that's what it's based off of. So that's why a lot of times I had spoken with this one major at Rockwell Automation. He had showed up armed, and he's all telling me no matter where you go, you're never gonna find the best training. You're never gonna find it, and that's what ended up happening. Is that they'll take everything that's good and take it elsewhere, and combine the two. And I don't blame anyone for the simple fact that that's what makes successful movies or books, because everything's borrowed. And if you think about it, even the Beatles could patent the entire music scale. So the simple fact that all music, like for instance, take for example, Vanilla Ice, Under Pressure, thinking, oh, it's not identical, and I just heard you, freaking, I guess it's by, it could be any small changes that'll get you to dissuade you from suing. But yeah, we have Arma here enjoying herself, most definitely. Wishing she was in a different position. Like, just like the bar, so you paid attention. There's this movie, going over to McDonald's, and, if you have leftover phones, you could activate the Wi-Fi, and, you could be just there freaking, you could just be there. I started thinking of John Daly. He's one of my favorite golfers, that he wouldn't drink water, but his water consumption was through ice. He'd have himself a fountain drink to freaking, that's all a drink is fountain drink beverages, soda. He had a soda addiction, and everyone has addictions, even if it's chocolate. So, back like I was saying, the reason I said that because of the bar, so I started thinking of this actress I name her, I name her Dahlia. So I started thinking of mom yesterday. I was adding to that description, Dahlia. She would freaking grab the bars just like Kennedy, Brad, Briati. And I can remember Sarah a bunch of times knock on my front door to see if she go in. One of her dogs go in there, go in through the back. Having chickens, having raised chickens in the back. Kind of feel like they force my family. Like I said, and I'll tell you something. Speaking of that, Boulder and Horizon banks, had been Camp John's time. Yeah, told me, hey, don't leave unless I tell you. One of the banking centers having me leave. Probably notifying me. It's a big no-no. Having to respond to family emergencies and also going to the wrong banking locations or any family emergency. But it's something that you don't do. There's extortions most of the time. It's you think of the first and last hour as being crucial, and that's when it seems most desperate people owe, and that's why a bank assigned a BPO assigned to your bank is there for life threat situations. If someone get away with doing something, they'll do it just like going to a parking lot and thinking there's a victim of this crime that just on my way out. So maybe you do get judged for not interacting enough. They consider that what is it, antisocial behavior, judge you a criminal. And yeah, man, a bunch of times you'd have Sarah will knock on my front door, see if she going through, see if she get one of the dogs out. Most of the time, just close the door. And as soon as I go to the backyard, one of the white dogs just take off running immediately. So there's no problem. But yeah, that extortion, it's real, and you do think of the first and last hours as you should have just listened. So that's one of the banks. That's the bank that I was calling Nicole Trevino, the one by the freeway. Thinking back and having to get a hold of her, and I don't know what it is that might have ticked her off. Thinking I'm the one standing banks. I'm the one standing posts at a B of A. I have nothing against her. She did a good job. I can remember her moving up, came HR, having gone in there, asked for a transfer back to LV. They asked him to L3, knowing this is an important account. All right, I'm gonna write it out. Then after that, just an idea. I told Dave Patney. Oh, that reminded me of another major, the one I was telling you about at Rockwell in times of war. So, yeah, just simply suggested, Dave, yeah, might consider other options, but doesn't mean anything. Don't need to panic. The guy that trained me, his name's Robbie. He was a BPO as well there too for about a year. He tell me, most of the time you just go inside. And that's the whole point of deterrence. What's the point to be too late? Post already would state that in case of a bank robbery, if you're inside the break room, if you notice the red light turning on, it's an indication of bank robbery process. Just remain in the break room. So, because money's federally insured, they're just following procedures, and you really don't need to be getting yourself involved unless you're in charge. I'll just tell you that. But just think of lawsuits, just think of termination. I mean, you get rewarded for just about anything, like shooting at a fleeing vehicle, to freaking letting the bank robbers rob the bank. I had bank count Brooks. Just don't hurt anyone. Walk us in with AR-15s, just assault rifles. They didn't specify any rifle type, but just remembering back of just some kids pulling rifles out of family when it comes to extortion. And that's part of if I had to name a culprit, I'd probably say him, Kenny Brown, Sarah. Mainly, I'll just say, because she would notice everything just with time, like I told you. Yeah, if you have tools of accessibility like the internet, just go on, do your research, and reach out and and won't provide any information they have. It's towards a negative contribution, a negative outcome. And trust me, it's not even worth it. I told myself earlier today that yesterday actually that everything bad I've done has backfired. Because it really is true. It is karma from even writing it down. If you want to take advantage of you, but that's that one up behavior, that criminal mindset. Oh, I thought I could take advantage because I thought you had a developmental problem disorder like autism. And I've been tested where I'm just like, this guy probably thinks, you know, I go to Tempe Marketplace on my days off during 50 Shades of Black or 50 Grades of Black, 50 Shades of Black, 50 Shades of Grey. So, I'm wearing concentrics, having to take a leave of absence on the banks. I got Major Watts, Stephen Mayer, Jonathan, and reached out. And so, well, how would you like to go to Cynics, or Concentrics, part of Cynics? And, during mass termination, so at the time I was in Vegas vacation, thinking, you know, I had to take vacation. I had this, I'm going to call it mandatory, but it is good. I want to say I reached a plateau, but probably should have just considered going back to Lincoln and then just roving around. The way I'm used to, and normally I'll take alternative routes. You don't want to get followed. Even stepping outside my house, I just go incognito. No need for you to know where I'm working. Nah, I don't think so. But people with time, because the 7-8 years that I lived 22nd Avenue in Palmyra, I don't ever remember that couple ever working ever. I'm not even playing, because my house, their soul is so awake. But yeah, man, freaking life's a trip. You think of karma from that simple. I wrote it to how people treat you. I'm gonna pop that cherry. I'm gonna tell you what to do. To freaking that guy at Timmy Marketplace on my way back, pick up the wifey at Fairy Tale Brownies. Had asked me, I just came back from the Starbucks, Barnes & Noble, and I parked far, so on my way over there, passed by the bus stop, heading towards the Best Buy, and it's off the back, like, hey, psst, 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 psst. And he's all asking me if I can help him with his shoe that's found on top of the bus stop, wanting me to give him an alley-oop, to lift his feet up, as opposed to échale. But yeah, I'll tell you this though, I should have just thrown through the roof. My chance, trucking your ass up, trucking your ass up, trucking your ass up. Originally supposed to say fucking your ass up, fucking your ass up. So it has become a rated M for mature according to YouTube standards now. Oh, so yeah, man, freaking, generating a lot of attention and just, how can you put this thought, just this surreal thought of this, you always want to picture this gallant, this over the top heroic, getting off this white stallion, to your assistant, your wife, man, she'd hook it up too. That's why I said at one point I had it all. I had a system where whatever I needed was there. The low accessibility when you have a good team, and at one point we're solid. So you don't see any better structure in a triangle within the structure, even when it comes to building bridges. To having Donkey Kong, well, not Donkey Kong, or actually, yeah, you could say Donkey Kong is on top of what's it called? Just a bunch of the skeleton form of the building. To freaking King Koopa just do. Oh, but jumping and not freaking finishing what I was telling you guys, because we're coming to a halt. Might be a part 3. You want to go in depth when it comes to within the structure, and most of the times it's a foundation. Just like metaphorically speaking, on solid ground, basically building your house on Plymouth Rock as opposed to, well, anywho, like I said, it's been a long journey, and even this dream I had recently, where if I tell you, probably trip, thinking someone has my Ouija board near me to freaking
the effect that'll have I don't know about this stream, and my brother calling Pilar, based on what the structure contained, he'd call her pillar of don't want to say it, don't want to offend anyone. Maybe next episode he'd call it the pillar shit, and I'd be like, damn man, I don't know where you would think this causing me to think that you're Jonah Hill, freaking drawing, the male anatomy part of reproductive organ. You know what I'm trying to tell you now? Oh, this is like Struven Tovar. Active disclosure. Nail. Do you understand me? That's what you gotta be like. Not no fuckhead. Alright.